Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Nazarene Nerd podcast. Here in a minute, I'll be interviewing the band Liliac, longtime friends of ours. Known them for personally now for at least 3 years, maybe a little over that. Um, Dad had found them on YouTube. Their Crazy Train song showed it to me, and I thought it was really good, but really didn't think anything of them. Like, this is a good band, another family, that's pretty cool. And then he tells me, "Hey, they're going to be in Harrisburg in a couple months." I'm like, "Oh, that's neat." And he told me he had contacted their father, Florin, who is also the manager, to see if they need help setting up. So we got there, and we got there early. We started talking to the band, helped them set up, and started to get to know them that day. But we're going to be waiting here for a couple of minutes. They're going to be jumping on here in about 3 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Hey, Florin.
Like this or
There
like
we go,
this?
trim it, yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Hold up. Let me set it up for you, man, because it's very bright over here.
Okay.
Wow, you have the same chair Sam has.
Hi.
Hey.
That was your Spider-Man costume. Come on.
I can't even fit in that right now.
Oh, what?
This COVID stuff's been hitting hard.
The what?
The COVID, like just all the lockdowns and being home and whatnot, it's been hitting hard.
How's your dad doing?
Oh, he's doing fine. I guess he's actually selling his motorcycle today. So he's up in
What?
he's about an hour away
What's he
selling his
doing?
motorcycle.
Is their faces too bright? Because we're right in front of the window.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's a little bright.
Is that better? Guys, maybe we should go different direction, like right here.
We can try. I do a different direction.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Why don't you just turn on the light?
Okay.
How's that? Is that better?
Let's see here if we close
Turn
it.
off. No, turn everything off.
Yeah,
Turn on that right there.
How's that?
That one?
That's a lot better.
You have to be in front of the vanity.
Yeah, let's do it right here. Put the lights on.
Okay.
That's how professional.
Oh, this is
So, have you heard the Queen of Hearts album?
I have. I listened to it the day it came out.
Oh, what'd you think? What's your favorite song?
Either between Queen of Hearts or World Comes Down. One of those two.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I thought you would like Nothing and
I don't know.
Sail Away.
Just thinking
Dear
about when
Father.
World Comes Down and Queen of Hearts, it just reminds me so much of like medieval fantasy. It's like, I don't know. To me, that just like describes the whole album.
There, I have a chair over there.
Sorry about that. We're getting ready.
Sam's always got to dress up.
Let's get from Mellow.
Yeah, does Melody have?
Hurry up.
Hey, I remember you bought us that Amish thing that time was so good.
Oh,
What was it called?
the whoopie pies, or well, that's what we call them. They're either called whoopie pies or gobs, and it was only up until like 3 years ago that I actually heard them called gobs. I've always called them whoopie pies.
Yeah. So one thing, you know that we live on the East Coast now.
Yes.
I wish you would have come here instead of going to Tennessee, man.
I know. I completely forgot to tell you we were gonna come up, but or come down, but you guys were so busy, and I didn't want to have to like have you guys either change your schedule or like try to work us in, and so we decided on Tennessee because Maddie's always wanted to go to either Tennessee or Georgia. She's really wanted to go to Nashville. So
What about your dad? I mean, if you guys come, your dad is not gonna come, right?
It depends on. He has more time off than I do, so. If we come down, we'll probably bring the whole family, at least Dad, Matt.
Well, anyway, we're gonna start touring May 20th. We're gonna start touring. So,
Are you going to the Pennsylvania show?
Are you guys having a Pennsylvania show?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a Scranton one, but that one we might have to fly over there.
Okay.
Well, it's in the works. The booking agent is working. It's gonna be a big one, amphitheater.
I mean,
somewhere.
if it's in Pennsylvania, we'll be there. I mean, we're Maddie and I are going to try to get to early. I mean, we're planning on going to the one in Bloomsville, Ohio.
Anyway, you guys were the best roadies we ever had.
Hey,
really good.
Dad's been doing that for I think over 30 years. I've been doing it for 15. So And you know, we've
All right.
got we've
So I'll
got the
let you guys
experience.
get to it. Do you need them to be closer? It's good, right?
Yeah, that's good. I can see them all.
Can you hear us?
Yes, yep, I
Is
can hear
that
you
better?
guys. Yeah, that looks good. All right, I'm already
All right.
recording, so we can just get into this. I'm not good at interviews per se. It's more of like a conversation because you see too many people just asking questions and it's just like 1-word answers, 2-word answers, and nobody really gets involved. I'll be asking some questions, but I want you guys to get involved like with stories and stuff. But just to just start off here, we'll introduce you guys, who's who, what you play, how old you are, you know. So we'll start with we can start with Ethan here.
Oh, I'm Ethan. I play the bass and I'm 14 years old.
You want us to just keep going?
Yeah, we'll just go around the room.
There you go, Sam.
Oh, Justin.
Hi, my name is Justin. I am the keyboardist and I am 13 years old.
I'm Samuel Christia. I'm the oldest, 22 years old, and I'm the lead guitarist.
I'm Abigail. I am 21 and I am the drummer. I'm Melody. I'm 19 and I am the lead vocalist. Yeah!
And we are
Liliac!
It's just so weird now seeing you guys get older. I mean, I'm like I'm 4 years older than Sam. So, but last time I saw you guys was what, 2 years ago in Pittsburgh. I think that was the last show you guys did in Pennsylvania at that I can't remember what the venue was called, but it was really cool. The had a nice bar stage. Actually had a bowling alley, throwing axes in an escape room in the actual venue. You don't get that too often.
I wish we
No,
could have
yeah.
done it though, like the escape.
I
room.
know. So you guys were busy doing signings and stuff. Maddie went over to bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And thank you guys for helping out. It really means a lot to us.
Yeah.
oh,
it
no
was
problem. We're whenever you guys are in Pennsylvania near, we're gonna be there to help you guys out. So
Awesome.
awesome.
to start off, how long have you guys been together as a band? I know you guys have been together for your entire lives, but how
Right.
long have you guys when did you want to start a band?
Oh, well, it's kind of a interesting process because we started out performing, but we weren't doing
A band.
A band.
It was
The
more
band
like
was
the
more like
singing,
karaoke, dancing and stuff. But then our dad wanted us to be musicians, like to get musically inclined. So he took us to, he got us all our instruments and then took us to like music lessons. So that's when we started learning and everything. And then that's kind of when everything formed the band.
Yeah, and we started
Um,
taking our instruments to the Santa Monica Pier.
And we
did
started more
tour.
like doing more pop and like lighter, easy songs and stuff. What really made us like, oh, this is what is our band,
Our
this
sound.
is what's our sound, this is what we're gonna do, was Wild Thing, which was in 2015. And that's after we released that music video, we're like, let's start,
Just keep going.
let's
with
keep
this.
going, let's start getting heavier and heavier, and that's kind of how it went.
See, it's funny that every once in a while a song will pop up from you guys from like before that, where it's Abby and Melody doing the dance routine while Sam's singing. Was it Thriller? I think
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. It's
Yeah.
like just stuff like that pops up. It's just so funny that would hear you guys your heavy music now compared to what it used to be when it was just the three oldest.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not great at interviews here, so it's
It's okay.
if you guys, I just have a couple like a list of stuff that we can talk about. Happy Liliac Day. I forgot your dad was saying
Oh,
about
yeah.
that yesterday.
Happy Liliac
It's
Day.
Bat Day, yeah. Which is funny is I think we'll get into something towards the end here that I just kind of went through my mind earlier today thinking about some questions and stuff. But one of the things that popped into my head was the venues you guys play at. And one of the experiences I had helping you guys out kind of put this in there, but what do you think is the best venue you guys have had played at? What was your favorite to play at?
Well, there was a bunch of them. I feel like the favorites are definitely the ones where we got to open up for like the big bands. For example, we opened up for Loverboy, which was such an amazing experience
Yeah.
because
That looked like it was a lot of fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they called Abby and Melody onto the stage when they were performing their last song, loving every minute of it, and it was just such an incredible
Yeah,
experience.
it was so fun. And then also we loved the Kiss Cruise. That was a really
that was
awesome
my
show.
favorite for sure, the Kiss Cruise, because we had to do 3 shows, and it was also like a vacation too. It was like work vacation, I guess.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah. And it was crazy because we were nervous because on the first show, we were gonna perform like right before Kiss was gonna go, like they were gonna go right after us. And but we
Wow.
were like on the far deck because like there's different stages, you know,
Yeah,
So
and
we
we
were
had
on-
the smallest stage.
because we were
And-
like the ones that got voted onto the Kiss crew, so they just put the the winners on like the smallest stages
Mhm.
or something.
So we were there on the small stage and
And we were nervous because we thought we weren't gonna get a big crowd because people were just gonna wait in line for Kiss. But that was the total opposite. We literally packed the whole thing. Like the stairs
Wow.
was full of people, the upper deck was all,
Balcony,
the balcony was full, and it was just crazy. And then
And even
right,
some of the Kiss members went to see us.
That
also-
that would
yeah,
be.
that was the
Also the
third show.
last-
Yeah, the
yeah.
last show.
Did you guys see any of them in the crowd while you were performing, or you just knew they were
Yeah.
there? That has to be a little bit intimidating. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
was pretty
they were
crazy.
like right next to us on the stage.
oh
Like,
wow.
Yeah,
You turn
watching
around and
that
there's
was
like
the-
Tommy Thayer just staring you right in the
Yeah,
eyes.
exactly. Tommy Thayer, Eric
yeah.
Singer.
Yeah, it was super crazy, and then we got to like meet them after and everything. They were like really cool people.
Not all of them.
Yeah,
Not
we
all
didn't
of
meet all of them.
them,
Just
Melody met Paul's family because she was in his
His
art class.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
The bassist, he was actually sick, so Gene Simmons was sick, so nobody met him.
Really?
Then.
Oh,
Yeah,
We met Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer.
that's pretty cool. Now, along the lines of your venues, you don't have to name the venue, especially if you don't remember it. But what was the worst venue you guys have ever played at?
The one
fire.
that you guys
The
came at, the
fire.
fire.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to name it. The fire.
Yeah.
That was just. I mean,
It was
It
so
was so
small.
tiny.
Like
when we got there, we were waiting for you guys. I mean, it being in Philadelphia on a Sunday, there was no spots for parking. Sunday
no,
is
no.
Philadelphia's church day. Like everybody's at church. There's no parking whatsoever, and there's like a Catholic church on every single corner. So
Uh-huh.
when you guys pulled up, your dad's trying to find a spot to park. The owner comes out saying you can't park here. The
Yeah.
foundation, and that was just and Maddie, she walked into the bathroom, and there was a lady who was obviously already drunk, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay. You can come on and start. I'm leaving now." Like, no, in the bathrooms, the sink was as high as the urinal for the men. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that was an interesting venue.
Yeah.
At
And
least
it was
for-
Ethan's birthday, and we
Yeah, that's
brought the
right.
birthday cake. Yeah.
that was
Oh.
interesting.
Uh-huh.
Like the day
Before or after?
after.
It's
Yeah.
just it's so weird to see you guys. Like I said, see you guys getting older now. Speaking of like Ethan's birthday, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
from and then going. I mean, I'm not much older than you, but looking back at your first videos compared to now and how you've matured and
Yeah.
and it's because I think I was talking to Maddie about it one time about how like what's cool with Melody's voice is your voice isn't going to change much throughout, getting older. Your voice is heavy and raspy now. You're going to have that for a long time. You don't have to worry about it changing and going through a lot of changes. So that's
exactly.
really helps. And speaking of that, I wanted to ask Ken Tamplin, you were under him, weren't you?
I do some of his vocal warm-ups, but and just had like 1 or 2 sessions with him, but that's it.
Okay.
That's
'cause
all.
I've
Yeah.
listened to him before, and his impersonating videos were pretty cool.
Yeah, and watched some of his videos as well. But I'm not really under him.
Okay, I thought you took a. I was under the impression you took more than a couple lessons with him, but along with worst and best, has there ever been a like what your coolest fan moment was, whether it's at a show or somewhere where someone gives you something or says something to you, or even like a fan that you wouldn't have expected you would have had?
So there was this guy that came to, I think it was Colorado show or somewhere in that area, and this guy gave Mello her first deal autograph photo, and she started to cry
Yeah.
because she was just so overwhelmed and like, what's that? Like, you explain.
Yeah, I started to cry because I was like, oh, it's my first real autograph by Ronnie James Dio.
Like, it really
Yeah.
hit her heart.
I
Okay.
can relate to something like that. don't have one yet, but if I ever got something signed by Stan Lee, I'd probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
What about
But other than that, what other do you remember? I
yeah,
remember
Ethan, Justin, you guys need to contribute. What's a super cool fan moment you guys have had?
A fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
had
like-
a lot of crazy ones too.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get to that. We'll get to that.
The best one.
Like, you know,
Um,
gifts or people that gave you stuff.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah. There are one of our friends. He gave us like a lot of stuff like drones and
And
even
guitars.
guitars.
Wow.
So, in Tori.
That's the door stuff. We don't hear the music.
Yeah. And also Keith Pennell gave us some awesome gifts
Yeah.
too.
A lot of fans gave us
Yeah.
like a lot of cool gifts.
We can tell you
appreciate
some
all of
like
them.
weird gifts.
Well, like I
Yeah,
said, we'll get to
or-
that. We'll get to that. But
I mean, but there's also
Ethan or
been
just
like
go ahead.
oh sorry, I was just gonna say
Go ahead.
it's also cool because there's some celebrities that are fans of us, like Vinny Appice.
Yeah.
Stuart Copeland.
Yeah, Stuart Copeland.
Wow.
And there's a guitarist from a famous band, I forgot what it was called, but he also like comments on our videos and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
Ethan, Justin, didn't you tell me? I think it was either in Harrisburg or in Pittsburgh that you guys had your Switch stolen from you, and someone actually sent you a brand new one.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Did-
Yeah. That was Keith Pennell. He sent us a Nintendo Switch when it was stolen.
In
That
San
was very
Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Someone broke into our van and stole everything.
Almost everything.
I'm not even.
They stole the
Oh.
cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the cool stuff.
Now you guys
Never
have
give you the tip.
you guys said about some weird stuff, and I experienced the one. What is some weird stuff fans have given you?
Well, that one show that I think you first guys came in, which one was
Yeah.
that one called?
It was in Harrisburg. I don't remember the venue's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this one weird, really, really sketchy looking guy, right?
He gets in there
Um,
before the show even
yeah,
like before your signing started too.
He gets inside before the show even starts. I feel like he was following us, you know? So I was but I didn't know. I thought it was just like one of the guys who worked there, you know? But he kind of did look really sketchy. Like he had like a bandana over his eye, an eye patch over that eye, and wearing glasses. It was really weird. So even before the greeting meet started, he came to us, and then he what are you laughing?
You said greet and just
Meet and greet.
Oh, well, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
switched around. Doesn't matter. Meet and greets, green and meats, or whatever.
Okay, just go.
I mean, anyways, so yeah, he was there, and then he gave us a bag that said Liliac on it. So we opened it, and it was like a lot of weird stuff inside, like these like light bracelets that would like flash colors, and
Bird seeds.
like
with
bird seeds
worms.
with like worms inside. Like it was like pretty much open already,
Ugh.
and it was
Like
weird,
homemade bird
gross.
food.
And then okay, this was the weird one though. He gave all of us walkie-talkies.
Yeah, he gave
And he
all
had
of
one
us
too.
talkies.
Didn't he ask Melody? Didn't he ask you about if he gave you a phone if you would call him?
Yeah, well, so then after he left, like, I went to one of the guys that worked there. I was like, "Do you guys have any bodyguards?" You know, it's like, "No, but what do you need?" I'm like, "There's this weird, sketchy looking guy, like, you know, giving us stuff." And he's like, "Okay." I told my dad, and he's like, "Yeah, he's not supposed to be in here. He's just a fan." Anyway, so he had to go back in line, and then when he came back around from the line, he came up to me and he tried to give me a flip phone. He's all like, "Hey, if I give you this, will you contact me?" I said no.
That's crazy.
Dad.
Yeah, and he gave us like it was like a backpack full of all that stuff. And when we got to the hotel, we left it at the hotel, and we get a phone call from the hotel saying, "Hey, you left the bag. Do you want us to ship?" Or we're like, "No, throw it away."
Yeah.
Just keep it.
Like the walkie-talkies, you never know, that could have had like a tracking device in it or something.
Yeah. Speak like with fans and stuff. Have you guys ever been recognized on the street? Not like I know if you guys go to the pier, obviously people there are gonna recognize you, but even now, like since we last talked, you guys have released a whole new album, Queen of Hearts, which is fantastic, and you guys have moved to Georgia. Have you guys been out of your house, like say been to downtown and someone has recognized you at all?
Yeah, just the other
Yeah.
day, me, Sam, and my
We
dad,
went to a
we went to a
coffee shop.
coffee shop, right? And we were just talking, eating, and drinking some coffee. And then like this guy comes up and he's like, hey, I want to tell you, I'm a big fan of you guys. I listen to all of your music. So we started talking to him, and then his sister came. So we're talking to both of them, and they're really nice people. So now we have friends.
And 2 weeks ago, we went to Savannah, Georgia, like to go visit like some friends and like vacation and stuff. And we were walking on the street, and there was like those tour buses that like give tours and everything. It was full of people, and they were driving like right towards us.
And
so,
I
like,
was like, hey, should we
Let's
wait
just
or not?
wait.
I was-
so
And
we
so
all
we're, like,
start
waiting.
waiting at the bus, right?
Trolley.
And then the
This is-
trolley,
yeah.
it stopped right in
Right.
front of us because it was a stop sign. And then there's this girl on the bus said, "Hey,
you're
aren't you guys from TikTok?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you put parents on TikTok, like,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
And we're
And
like,
everyone
yeah.
started looking at us.
And taking pictures of us, like, okay.
And then the driver was like, he was like telling his story, like, oh, I'm a comedian and blah blah blah. But anyways,
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm a comedian, but never mind about me.
Yeah.
And then another time when we were actually on the airplane to California. 'cause
One of
we-
the flight
yeah, one of the
attendants.
flight attendants, he was all like, oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan, like my
Like my heart, enjoy your
Yeah.
flight, enjoy your flight.
And then he gave like our dad like free drinks and stuff like that, which was really cool.
Oh,
I
that's
bet he was enjoying that. You can't. You're not gonna turn down free drinks.
And to be honest, he was actually a really funny flight attendant. Like the things he said in the speaker was fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's always nice that when you get a flight, it makes it less paranoid. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because flights are always sketchy in the first place to get on. So I remember one time, this was years ago, the one and only time that I've got to see AC/DC in concert. I won a contest to go see them, which was
Ooh.
it was a Dress Like Angus contest. So I was even doing costumes, way back then. And what was really cool was at the time it was the Black Ice tour, and they had the big train that would actually come out of the screen was for their I can't remember the name of the song, but it had to do with a runaway train. And here in my hometown, we have the oldest running narrow gauge east of the Mississippi, a historical train station, which hopefully when you guys come down here sometime, you guys come over and see it. But I got in my Angus costume that my mother had made for me with my Epiphone SG because I was poor, and stood in front of this train, which is the EBT train. And they went through and all, and they picked the winner. And they said the reason they picked it was because the train, and it looked just like the train they had. So
Ah,
yeah.
Wait,
that's
you
cool.
won?
You won.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. But when we went down there, it was weird because they took us to New York to stay because you had all the package stuff. It was you got free tickets, you got a free stay, a free ride down to Wilkes-Barre, PA, which was closer to us than New York was. So it was kind of weird. They gave us free tickets on a plane, and since it was such a short of a flight, they put us on this like little propeller plane that fitted only like 30 people. So we're sitting and you can see the propeller itself, and the wings are like shaking. You could see the plane shake itself. It was pretty scary, but which I mean, hey, everything was free. They drove us then down to Wilkes-Barre. I don't think we took a flight back. I think we said we would just drive back or whatever. So, but yeah.
That's cool.
So the question here, you guys are getting up and up in, say, fame. You guys wouldn't consider yourself like huge, but you guys have made a big following for yourselves in what now 6 years since you've been doing all this with
Yeah.
rock music. If you guys, let's just say it was legal to play rock, if you guys couldn't do rock, what type of music would you guys want to do?
Metal.
Heavy
Oh,
metal,
that's
rock
fine.
aside, like anything that was considered, legal in the movie Footloose.
Oh my gosh, she would probably move out of the country.
Because
I feel like illegal.
Yeah, because we went to see 1,000 Foot Crutch at not Uprise, Winter Jam in State College, and the drummer, 1,000 Foot Crutch is kind of rock, a little in between rock and heavy metal. The drummer said, even though they do rock, his favorite genre was hip hop, which I just thought was hysterical. Even you're doing a rock band, but your favorite genre is hip hop. Is there anything like that you guys where you really enjoy playing your music, but you would much rather listen to another song or would also enjoy popping in, you know, something like U2 or Kenny
Yeah.
Chesney. I'm assuming you guys don't listen to country at all, but
No.
I mean,
I
sometimes.
Sometimes we
Well,
well
it
we
depends
used
on
to
the song, really.
yeah well when we first started performing we did a lot of Michael Jackson, listened to him a lot.
So I would like say something like Michael Jackson.
Probably like oldies, you know.
Yeah, the old stuff.
Pop.
Funk, maybe.
funk
Funk.
pop. Okay, and if you guys like
no,
that,
opera.
Opera.
Classic.
opera is one of those types of music that like it really hits you in the emotions if you listen to a full opera song. It may not sound like it right off the bat, but like that's a lot of emotion goes into that. But if you got, I mean, you guys did Michael Jackson, plus you like heavy metal. I think I heard your dad say you guys going to do a Megadeth song here soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When we're done here, you have to look up. It's a mix of Megadeth with Michael Jackson or the Jackson 5. It's Rockin' Robin mixed with I can't remember the song of the Megadeth song, but just type in Jackson 5 Megadeth mix and you'll find it. It's
Okay.
like it's so funny how well they mash up this like 80s pop song with metal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you guys like to do besides play music? Is there any like hobbies you like to do, or you know, anything that's
Well, I mean, I love traveling, you know.
Yeah, traveling is so fun. I want to travel to like the whole world, you know.
But like around here, we like to go to amusement parks or movie
Oh, yeah.
theaters.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
have fun. I like to paint, and I like studying Portuguese.
Portuguese?
Me and
What? Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead, Justin. Sorry, you guys speak up more.
Me and Ethan like to play video games on our free time.
Is there a specific game you guys been playing recently?
Kingdom Hearts, and Undertale.
So I've never got into Undertale. How is it? I've
I'm
seen
addicted to Undertale. It's so good. I love it. You
I've
have to
seen
play it.
pictures and videos, and like I listened to I think Jonathan Young or no, Caleb Hiles, if you've heard of him, did a cover of the Undertale theme, which the guitar part, Sam, is fantastic if you haven't heard it.
No, yeah, I mean, we did Megalovania, an acoustic version, just me, Ethan, and Justin. And we
Not all
posted,
of it.
no, I know, just a section. And we posted it on like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and stuff like
What
that.
about you, Justin? Is there a certain game you've been playing recently?
Not really. I can kind of.
And you like Fortnite sometimes.
Yeah,
I suck
Yeah.
at Fortnite. I can't. Every time I jump in, I suck at Fortnite. I've been more so playing. Have you ever heard of the game Destroy All Humans?
No.
No.
Oh, it's I think it was made back in like 2003. It's an alien invasion game. He's come back to find his friend that crashed, and you just kill everybody. It's hysterical.
Another thing I really like to do is escape rooms. Those are like my favorite thing in the whole world. I don't know why. I mean, when we were on tour and if we had free time, we would try to do an escape room, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, if you guys come down to our area, there's at least 3 an hour away from our house. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have a question for you.
go ahead.
What did you think of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about that yet. I like it a lot better than the original trailer they put out.
Yeah.
Oh, that those teeth. I don't know why you would give him teeth like that.
Yeah.
There could have been a lot. There was a lot of potential there to be better. And I'm hoping if they do a second one especially with Jim Carrey, I thought he was a good. Now I'm still kind of confused. Is he Eggman or is he Robotnik? Because
They're the same person. Eggman and Robotnik are the same.
I thought Robotnik was Eggman's dad.
That's what I thought too.
Well,
Well, that's the last.
well, that's
one.
because it's the okay, so in Gerald Robotnik is Eggman's grandpa,
Oh, okay.
and but in the main villain of all the Sonic games is usually Eggman.
Dr. Robotnik.
Okay, so Gerald
Because
Robotnik.
they're both
last
his
name.
grandpa and him are Dr. Robotnik because
Okay, but when it comes to Shadow, his grandfather created Shadow, correct?
Yeah, his grandfather created Shadow.
Okay. Now I think Jim Carrey can pull off Eggman. I just hope in the next movie that him being trapped on this island, he gets really fat, because a skinny Eggman just didn't make sense to me. I like Jim
Yeah.
Carrey as an actor, but it didn't make too much sense.
I mean, now
They're
they have
actually-
like actually realistic body suits that you could just put on.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Basically,
look at Thor from Endgame. When they gave him
Yeah.
a a fat suit, not compared to like when Eddie Murphy was in his roles of I can't remember what the movie was called, but they put him in a giant fat suit, and he played like 3 different parts. But yeah, I hope that the next Sonic movie they utilize more of the lore instead of your Hollywood liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually are making a second one.
Do you know when it's supposed to be released?
It's supposed to be with Tails, right?
I think it's gonna be released next year.
Didn't they hint at Knuckles in this one?
I don't think so, but they did hint at Tails.
Okay.
At the end credits.
Well,
scene
also
of Sonic.
at the beginning of the first Sonic movie,
Hmm.
they were attacked by an Echidna tribe.
Okay.
So- That might lead to something.
I know that the 2 of you.
So Knuckles was not a part of that tribe.
I don't know.
I know the two young ones might be too young, but
Brilliant Chaos Emeralds.
what? So this is just kind of a nerd question for all of you. What would you rank the best Spider-Man movie out of the? I think there's 7 of them out now.
Yeah.
I would say The Amazing Spider-Man
The first one,
No.
with Garfield.
really?
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, I was
wait, what do
so
you
in
think of
love.
Tom
Hold on,
Holland?
hold on. I don't like Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield, when that movie came out, I was so obsessed. I watched it like 7 times in a row. So
Wow.
yeah.
I like Spider-Man Far From Home.
You like Far From Home?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think of the new title of No Way Home for the new one?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a new one?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
making-
coming out in
No,
December.
Wait, what about the prom one? Or like
That you
the
keep
one?
forgetting.
Yeah, this December, No Way Home comes out.
And I also like the very first Spider-Man movies.
Like the first one. See, I got to put number 2 of the first 3 at the top. And I don't know if you guys have saw. If you guys, I'm assuming you guys watched Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, the one with
Yeah.
Doc
With
Ock in it.
Dr.
Yeah,
With
Alfred
the,
Molina.
like, guy with like mechanical
Mhm.
arms.
Yeah, Alfred Molina. He's actually reprising his role in No Way Home as Doc Ock. So Alfred Molina is actually. Yeah, they just announced yesterday.
Okay, that's
He announced
cool.
he's coming back, which would also imply that.
The same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
That's so cool.
So, but there was so many rumors about Tom Holland's movie with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, them denying it, with Alfred Molina saying he's reprising his role as Sam Raimi's Doc Ock. That would imply that there's a possibility of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming back to this movie. So
Wow.
That's cool.
I just,
That
I,
is
That would be really cool.
I just don't meet too many people that like the Amazing movies. I didn't
Oh,
like I didn't like Garfield's Peter Parker. His Amazing Spider-Man 2, the costume has to be my favorite costume of all time. It's most comic accurate, but just his Peter Parker, he was too much of a jerk. I couldn't get into that.
My heart.
I mean, it was really good looking.
Speaking of like all this stuff going on now, the pandemic, how has that affected you guys in the past like year and a half? Like,
It's been tough because we
No
haven't really had
shows.
any shows, and
Yeah.
it's hard.
Because last year we were supposed to do a lot of shows. Like we were supposed to do Rocklahoma, but that was canceled. We were gonna do Ride for Ronnie, and that got canceled, and the Kiss Cruise, and just a lot of things were canceled. And shows are always good for us. But in the silver lining, it gave us a lot of time to
To work.
just stay home and record and finish the album. So that's why Queen of Hearts got finished in October when it did. But now we're just ready to go back and perform.
I can imagine you guys want to get out of your house and actually have a crowd in front of you. In
Yeah.
Pennsylvania here, it's been rough. We've been having one of the toughest lockdowns of most states. I know Georgia's pretty lenient. Florida is completely open, so hopefully you guys can get shows in Florida here soon.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, they've opened, I think, stores and at least restaurants up to like 75% capacity, but
Uh-huh.
there's still a lot of mandates and garbage going on in Pennsylvania. So it's more of just kind of do what you want, your own liberty, and hope that people will ignore you. So
Yeah.
because I see that because this next question kind of goes into how much merch you guys have been doing, and you're raising money for your music videos, which are fantastic. I've every time I watch one, I'm always like, man, they're always so good, but I'm like, I would do this, I would do that, or I just like I've always wanted to do a music video, and I don't have the stuff and time to do it. But
Yeah.
with that, this can kind of go two ways. What's the most repetitive comment you guys see come up on your stuff, your posts or your videos? Because
The most repetitive comments.
Comment or question?
either or, like because the most I see that's besides you guys are awesome, you guys rock, or even more than that,
Family.
Melody and Abby, you guys are beautiful. Like I see that one more
yeah.
than anything. But like I see you guys as your either hate comments, or I see those rise up. Like how can you put out so much merch, or you guys are kind of selling out? How do you guys deal with that comment? I know your dad he doesn't really have a problem going off on people like that.
Well, the thing is, this is like our career, so merch is a big, like every other band, they sell, like, I mean, look at Kiss, they're always promoting their merch and always like all the time. So for someone to, we don't really care for those kinds of comments that say about our merch and stuff, because that's just how it's a false statement. And I mean, it's not like
just promoting merch for you guys, because if you guys like this, you would want like a t-shirt or a cup or something, right?
Yeah, and then we also do like videos and music videos and other things besides that.
Like people don't understand that stuff costs money.
Yeah, exactly.
We also promote merch so we can like spend the money on these musical things to make,
like for our outfits, for like
music videos,
lights and all that.
I mean, it really, they don't like put it into perspective. And like for me, I was only about off for a month and a half when COVID hit. Thank God that I was able to go back to work. But you guys have been hit harder than people that like either a band or that work from home with like small business have been hit harder, where you guys haven't been able to have too many shows. You have to make your money one way or the other. So
yeah.
And I think the other top comment I see, which every time I see it, it baffles my mind that like they claim to be big fans, but then they say, why don't you guys do original music?
I know.
I don't get that.
Like you can go down 20 comments and like it's like 1 out of 20 comments. It's, hey, are you guys gonna do original music? When are you guys gonna do original songs?
But even if they write that comment on the original song.
Yeah, I'm like, I think, where have you heard this song before? Like, who has done this song before?
And we obviously literally say in the video, original music video or original song.
Who does the artwork for you guys? Like I know Abby, you do a lot of stuff. Are you the one that come up with the art for the cover?
Yeah, so all the like merch and the album covers, I've designed it, like the Queen of Hearts and the logo too. Everything that's like artwork related, I'm doing that because I do Photoshop.
Do you and Melody ever fight over who's doing it? Because I know both of you guys are artists apparently. So you guys ever fight like, well, I'm gonna do this one.
Artist, like she's a digital artist. I'm a physical artist.
Video editor.
I was about to ask that, like, who does your video editing, because that stuff is fantastic. What do you use?
Final Cut Pro.
Okay. So I can't afford stuff like that, so I just use cheap stuff.
What do you use?
Right now I have, it's called Movavi. I think it was like $40. So a lot cheaper compared to the other one I see people use is what's the one from Adobe? I can't remember what it's called. It's goes along with Photoshop. You can get that big package, and it's like
Oh, Adobe
or
After Effects.
no, I'm thinking of Sony Vegas Pro. That's
Oh,
the big one people use, and that's expensive.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. I got a couple questions for each of you, and these are just random stupid questions, so they don't really have like a bearing on anything. So we'll
Is
start
it
here.
rapid fire? Or
Kinda. You can take your time if you want, but they're not in detailed questions anyway. So actually this one will go towards Hole as a band first. If you guys got booked for a show that paid you enough to buy anything you ever wanted, what would be the first thing you would buy?
Oh,
Wait, say the question again. How much money or what?
Just what if you were booked a show that gave you enough money to buy anything you wanted, just one item,
Oh,
anything, what was the first thing you would buy?
A Tesla.
A Tesla.
I would buy an Avery where I could put all my parents in.
All of them. How many do you have now?
Right now, I just have one.
Okay, so the goal is more than one.
yeah. So let's see more.
So,
What about you?
PS5 with same day shipping.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more than the PS by itself.
You Nathan?
Probably the same as Justin.
So 2 PS5s, or you guys sharing?
They'll probably need to because they fight over.
Yeah.
You
Oh, for me, I have no idea. Probably like a car.
A car. Now with the car, Sam, especially the Tesla, is it going to be enough just to pay for it? Is it going to be enough to pay for the insurance too?
Oh,
I know, right?
Insurance, everything. You said everything we needed.
Yeah, that is a Tesla would be nice. I've only ever seen one up close where I'm at, and I don't know how even like living in central Pennsylvania, someone can afford a Tesla. Beats me.
I've been in one before. It was
I saw
really
that for your birthday. Someone brought one to you. One of your friends. That would be. See, my dream car would be a Lamborghini.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
also another dream car. for
Yeah,
me,
I would
too.
either Lamborghini or one that's more reasonable is 1967 blue Corvette Stingray. That is my
Yeah.
all-time dream car. One more question before we get into the stupid ones. What is a dream location you would want to play at?
Oh, Romania.
Romania.
I would say like anywhere in Europe would be
Yeah,
cool.
anywhere in
Yeah.
Europe. Or
I mean,
Australia.
also Brazil. I want to try
Australia
Brazil.
slash
So I think my two would be either
Really?
the
Vienna.
the one in New York. What's the gosh, it's escaping my mind. No, there's a big stadium in New York that people play at. It's Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, Madison
Yeah.
Madison
Square
Square Garden,
Garden.
and then the Roman Coliseum. They turned that into
That would be
a
cool.
stage there. So now we'll get into the really stupid questions. Ethan, the first one's for you. What do you think of garden gnomes, and do you trust them?
I don't. They turn into zombies.
It's Ethan's question.
Hey, if you guys want to answer the question too, that's fine. We'll go around the room. Ethan, what do you think of garden gnomes?
Well, they could be used as great weapons.
They do have pointy
If
hats.
you train them to, yeah, or throw them at someone.
At the pointy side, like throw them at someone.
I've got 5 of them in the front yard, so yeah. Well, it's defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you three in the back? What do you guys think of garden gnomes?
My question was, what do they use garden gnomes for? Like, what are their purpose?
I
Is it
don't
just
know. For me, it's just decoration. I don't know if garden gnomes actually had a purpose.
I feel like there's like a story
There has to
behind
be a
it.
backstory.
I think
behind
it's
them.
like a scarecrow, but they scare like
No,
You know what?
I
Hang on. Let me
think to protect your garden.
history of garden gnomes.
Oh, they don't water the plants.
The first known garden gnomes were produced in Germany in the early 1800s. They were made out of clay.
Gnomes first appeared in gardens in England in the 1840s, and from there their popularity began to take off.
The first garden gnomes that were mass produced also came from Germany in the 1870s. So someone made a gnome and thought it was cool looking, I guess.
Wow.
All right. Melody, if you've been given an elephant, you can't give it away and you can't sell it. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I have to keep it, so I've got to take care of it, and then I'm gonna probably dress it up like they do in shows, and then go on top of it and like ride it.
You better, if you do that, you better start singing Aladdin songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have songs. Yes.
All right. So I guess we'll go back for the other four. What would you guys do with an elephant?
It's faster though.
So what would the other four, what would you guys do with an elephant?
Me?
Yeah.
All of you. What do you guys?
I'll make it water the plants and our trees.
Yeah.
I'll ride it and
I'll teach it to paint.
I'll teach it to fly and then ride it.
There
Like
you
Dumbo.
go.
Yeah.
Its ears better be big enough.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Probably like teach it to paint or something cool.
But the
I-
thing is, do I have to like clean up after it? Cause
No,
I
I
don't
think
know.
they clean
If
themselves.
you can teach it to paint and make enough money off that, you can hire someone to clean up after it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
One and three.
So like you could sell the paintings that the elephant made for like millions of dollars.
My
Every
pet
every, every time I think of that, and I think of like abstract paintings, I think of that Sweet Life on Deck episode where one of the brothers sneezed pudding on the painting, and some lady bought it for like $1 million.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I need my
Abby, if you were
I
ahead.
remember I did like a commercial because I used to be in acting when I was young, you know, and I went on set. It was like outside at a famous beach. I think it was Venice Beach. It was like some kind of commercial for like the floor or something. But like it was so extravagant because they got like so many like different acts and there was like an elephant on set.
Whoa.
And
Did you
I guess that act was to put the elephant on that floor to show how strong the floor is and stuff like that.
Did you get to pet the elephant?
I don't think you're allowed.
No.
Just to film.
Just to film, like you can take pictures of it. But that was
It's a service animal. You're not allowed touching it. It's someone's
I know, right?
emotional
Yeah.
support
This is-
elephant.
This is my service animal. It helps me with my emotional state of being. I must
It-
take it everywhere with me.
An elephant that can detect when an anxiety attack's coming on.
Yeah.
I like how I like how it's how your dad, what your dad told us about Tiny, that to be able to keep him in your old apartment, he's a registered service animal.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But she's a girl.
She my bad. How dare I misgender your dog? I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Abby, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be and why?
Oh, the palm tree.
A palm tree?
Yay!
Yeah, I love
I would
palm
keep you. Make
trees.
sure.
Because that's we're from California, so palm trees and everything.
Palm tree. I would be a tree that
Yeah,
would.
but what about the redwoods? They're like the tallest, right?
Yeah, where's that
I
at? Is that
feel
in
like-
Arizona?
I don't know.
Can I be a
They could
tree?
see like the whole
Yeah.
world.
Or it'll be like a mango tree, selling mangoes.
Yeah, I was gonna be
What,
like,
you're gonna eat
I was
your own
gonna say,
mango?
like, like be a fruit tree or like a flower tree that
You
like
smell nice.
yeah, where you look pretty.
What about an acorn tree to get a lot of squirrels?
No,
No.
I don't want squirrels pooping on me.
Be careful
I
for
don't-
trees that
well-
smell good, that look pretty, because you can get the ones we have in Pennsylvania where they look pretty. They kind of look like cherry blossoms, but they smell like sardines. I don't know if
Ew.
I don't know if it's just in Pennsylvania, but we have trees around here that look gorgeous. They have like either yellow or white or pink flowers. They look like cherry blossoms, but they stink.
Oh wow.
Do you
Yeah.
know why?
I don't know. I mean, right now I can't smell because I ended up getting COVID like 8 weeks ago, and my smell isn't
Wow.
isn't 100% back yet, so I can't smell.
How long ago?
About 8 weeks.
Dang.
Yeah, it went away after like 2 days. All the symptoms, but like my taste and smell still
same,
haven't come
yeah.
back yet.
That's kind of what happened with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Really?
know if you got COVID, or you just? I know you guys were sick. What was it, like 2 weeks ago, something like
Well,
that?
yeah, well,
or-
we get tested though. One of our friends did. She got COVID. Our other friends got sick too, but they didn't end up with COVID.
So we
Which
don't
was
know
weird.
if we got it or not. But I
No.
think we did because we had the same symptoms.
Yeah,
with,
like I still can't smell everything.
Yeah, I went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "What symptoms did you have?" I'm like, all of them except for one. I got all of them." Sam, how much would you charge to wash every window in Seattle?
what? Every window?
Every single window in Seattle. How much would you charge?
All the money in the world.
Okay, per window it would be like $100.
$100 per window.
What?
Wow,
For
that's
one-
a lot of
window.
money. You were probably the
Yeah.
most expensive window washer I've ever met.
Yeah.
$100
Per window.
Per
It's like-
window. Those office buildings are in Seattle are screwed.
Oh yeah.
All right, Justin. You're not getting the job today. So what are you doing after this then?
And what?
You failed the job interview. So what's your plans after this?
Oh, so I'm probably gonna become a gaming YouTuber.
Okay.
And and yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh, and I also might do some animation.
Day honest work. Hey, and if you ever want to, I've been getting into Twitch streaming. So if you ever want, we could collab together. We'll get some games on and we'll do some streaming. All right, for
How many
this,
followers do you have on Twitch?
huh?
On Twitch, how many followers do you have?
Like 4.
Oh,
I've just started. I've no notoriety. I'm a nobody.
yeah.
But
But my question is Twitch only for gaming, right?
No.
no, like I watch Critical Role, which is a D&D show. They do their campaigns.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
it's
Dungeons-
mostly used for
It's
gaming.
mostly used for
It doesn't
gaming.
have to.
But I know Herman Lee, he does a lot of streaming on there.
Stuff.
The Do, I don't know if I'm sure if you've heard the Do on YouTube.
Dragon Force.
Yeah,
What?
the Do, he does a lot of streaming on Twitch.
Oh yeah, I know the do.
And I think Stevie T does some streaming, not a whole
Yeah.
lot, but
On
I-
Twitch?
I think he does a little bit. I know he did a video there of playing songs on Omegle where he would say, I'm gonna go play a Taylor Swift song, let me go get my capo. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw
I
the video.
that one. I
And then he
saw that
plays heavy metal. But so this last dumb random question is for all of you. A penguin walks through the door wearing a sombrero. What does he say and why is he there?
What's a sombrero?
A sombrero,
Hola,
like a
soy
Spanish
Dora.
hat. Yeah.
I'm from the South Pole or North Pole. I don't know.
Muchacha.
Oh.
What else is he saying?
He was saying,
What's he doing
I-
there? Like why is there a penguin at your house? This is the question everybody wants to know.
He was the pizza delivery.
He's okay.
Well, if you wears the sombrero funny, then a sea bear is probably gonna attack him.
Yeah.
Okay.
from SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's you have to make sure he has to turn it upside down so the sea bear won't get him.
Yeah.
It's something
That's
asking these questions. It popped into my head, but I completely forgot that Liliac's the band's actually they're criminals. Did you guys not? I mean, didn't you guys get accused of stealing?
At Forever 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Sam gave me the abbreviated, but
Justin, what did you do?
Sam gave me the abbreviated, and I know you guys were pretty peeved about that. So tell me the details of what happened there.
So,
So we booked an escape room like at 8 o'clock, but our friend Jordan from New Zealand wanted to go shopping at
Forever
Forever
21.
21.
She's never been there.
so we went to the mall before the escape room.
Mhm.
And I think we were like an hour before, and we were shopping and our dad left because he had to do something and he would pick us up, and so I guess they were shopping and then Mello.
Yeah, so we went to Forever 21 and we're looking at the clothes and we went to the change room to try on some clothes and it was all like rocker black,
Yeah,
everything really
I
cool.
already bought my clothes.
Yeah, she
I
bought her
bought my
clothes
clothes
and
and
she
I
went to the
asked I asked where's the nearest restroom. So then I left, and then
me and our friend Jordan came out and we bought our stuff and then so we started like heading out of the mall.
Yeah, and it was like time for us to leave. Like our dad was gonna pick us up, so we literally right when we exited the door of the mall, the security guard stops us saying like, "Hey, you need to go back for Forever 21 because they're accusing you of theft."
or something. And so we're like, what? And so we go back and the manager was
I was
there.
low key mad because like we were gonna be late.
Yeah, so the manager was there and she said, and her excuse was because we're all like rocker black, everything. So her excuse
You guys
was
look like
she found-
hoodlums.
Yeah. So She says she found a device that takes off the security tag things next to a pile of black clothes in the changing room.
That's
So
that's
yeah. So
that's
we're like,
stereotyping.
I know. I was like, you can look at our receipts and ask your
Well, she's
worker
like,
that we
oh
bought
no,
everything
people
here.
just say things, you know. I'm like, bruh, we
And
got
she
a
said-
receipt.
we
And she
had a
said
receipt.
the reason why she thought it was you because someone asked to go to the bathroom, and usually when they go to the bathroom, they change.
They
instead of
switch stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but like
So-
that's just crazy.
So the breaking headlines: Liliac are criminals. So
Yeah, and she said that we were the only ones in the changing room, which wasn't true because I saw another girl right next to me. That wasn't us.
so she was the thief. You guys should be like, check the
Yeah.
cameras. It was her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Rat somebody else out so you guys can make a getaway.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, before we wrap up here, this I was looking online earlier today, and because today is Liliac Day or Bat Day, it kind of made me wonder. You guys are very lucky that your parents are from Romania, and you got your band name from them. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna pull this over here. Open this back up. So, because if you guys were from other countries, then you would have had a different band name.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh no.
I
I know where this is.
gotta bring all of them over here. Oh, no, okay, I can do this. Hang on.
I want to see this.
I know.
So this is the benefit of having two screens. Bring you guys back up. So I think I'm sharing audio right now. If your parents were Catalan, which I think is the language is spoken mainly in
Spain.
Spain,
Well,
France,
in
Italy.
Catalonia.
Yeah. If your band name was Bat there, this would be your band name.
I can't see it. Wait, play it again.
Panat.
Rat. So in Catalan, your band name would be Rat Panat.
Panat. Interesting.
These
That's not bad.
These are
name,
the top.
though.
These are the top four that I found. If you guys' parents were Bosnian, this would be it.
Shishmish.
Shishmish. Or if you guys were Danish, this is spelled completely different than what it sounds like. It's spelled like Flagermus, but this is how it's pronounced.
Flagermus.
You guys would be flower moose instead of Liliac.
That
And-
sounds like a 70s kind of band.
And this one would be the worst if you guys were Dutch. You guys, listen close to this one. It's spelled Knuppel.
Knuppel. Knuppel.
If you guys were Dutch, that would be the band instead of Liliac.
Nibble.
So it's a good thing that your parents were from Romania and not anywhere from there.
Yeah.
But
Well, maybe it's the Romance language. Just
Flower moose.
do you guys know any Romanian? Like a full sentence of Romanian, or is it just like certain words here and there?
Only Sam does.
I can understand a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, go Sam.
Stop
say
saying
something.
some. You're
What do you mean?
like,
Like, just tell me what to say.
Say,
Sam's pretty much fluent. in
I
No,
all
I'm
of
not.
them.
I'm not fluent.
I love music, and
Uh,
this was a fun interview.
Okay, this was hard. Okay. Iubesc muzica și acest interviu a fost distractiv.
Did you take lessons, or is it just did you have to take lessons, or was it like did your parents teach you?
Well,
It
me and Sam's first language was Romanian, but then
yeah, but we lost it when we got into school.
Oh,
we
okay.
learned English.
But
And
then I
so-
kind of like started relearning it online.
Yeah.
So if you guys could speak any language, what would it be? Melody, you said you used Portuguese.
Yeah.
If you the other ones, what would be one language you guys could speak or would want to speak?
Besides English and Romanian,
French.
I would say
Besides English,
Russian. I think Russian.
Russian.
Really?
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia.
I'd say either
I can take a
Spanish.
guess. Japanese. One of you two.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
either Spanish or Japanese.
I would want to learn Canadian.
I say right there. I could teach you Canadian. How you doing? Hey, your lesson right there. Well, a lot of them actually speak French. I had a
Oh yes, I would love to learn French.
I had a French.
I know a few French phrases because
I
I
had a
took it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I said I used to take French for 1 year in school, and it was fun.
I took Spanish, but only because I needed 2 languages. I was going to do sports in college, and that never worked out. But I needed 2 languages, so I did Spanish 1 and 2. And the teacher, I couldn't stand her, so I had to take 1 my sophomore year, and then wait and take 1 my senior year. She was a handful. But I had a French teacher that she told me that when you go to France or go to Canada, don't speak French there unless you are fluent in French. They find it more offensive trying to butcher French than just speaking English.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So can you say something in French or Spanish?
No, I've lost all of it. I've been out of school for 7 years now. I don't remember a word of it. Well, no, I lied. I know bata de baño is where's the bathroom, and then puedo ir al baño is may I use the bathroom. That's all I know. That's all you need to know in Spain or like in Spanish countries. Where's the bathroom? That's about it. But hey, thank you guys for being on today. It's so good to talk to you again. It's been almost, like I said, almost 2 years. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, no
Yeah,
problem.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I told your dad, we're trying to get you in Pennsylvania. Us, like, and it's funny that and I expected it, for how much it is to get you guys. I completely expected to go up. You guys actually have your own booking agency now, which is like,
Yeah.
because I was talking to your dad and he's like, I can't say anything. I'm not allowed to do any of that. And I'm like, I understand. That takes so much pressure off your father for booking, and he can take control of everything else. So, but we're trying to get you in our small local town here if it works out. I'm not sure if it will, but either way, when you guys come close to Pennsylvania, we're going to be there to help you guys and get to hang out with you. And Maddie did say either in Ohio or when you guys get to Pennsylvania, she's going to make you your vegan birthday cake for you too, because you guys you're like 2 days, I think 2 days older than her. Yours is the 26th of March. Yeah, so you're 2 days.
No, sorry, say that again.
Are you 2 days older than her or 3? When's your birthday? March
21st.
21st. Okay, so you're 7 days older than her. 1 week. Yeah, she's March 28th.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but it's always great to talk to you guys. It's nice to be able to call you friends and close friends as well, because you guys are going to take off. I wish that America's Got Talent would have panned out. That was that was a bummer. I didn't know that they'd pulled all that crap beforehand. So that's
I know. I honestly, if there was no contract, I feel like we would have kept going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do an original song really badly. We were gonna do Dancing in the Dark on the next round.
Yeah, that's just a bummer.
But then at the same time, one of the producers that told us, who was our producer for the show, told us like she wanted us to like do a pop song but make it rock or something.
Yeah.
And see, and I guess for me that right there would have kind of showed that they're already going to start dictating how you guys played and showing you how most Hollywood labels and industries like that actually work. Because I know you see a lot of these horror stories of bands where they're like, well, especially with Kesha, she was doing all her pop music and she didn't actually even like the music she was doing, but that's what she was forced into. So
she didn't like it.
No, she wanted to do. I guess she's doing something else now, but she likes more so rock and then the softer kind of like hippie music. I don't know what what it would be called, but
perform with the Struts, which was cool.
Yeah, did you guys know that she broke into Prince's house?
What?
Yeah, you know she broke into Prince's house. She was a huge Prince fan, and it was either she wanted to get something of his or she wanted him to see her album, so she broke into his house to give it to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's because I went to his house in Minnesota. It's really interesting. Yeah, because now it's like a museum, and like each room is painted and different, like everything's off, like it's pretty. Like he has like a room that's all painted with trees and jungle and stuff, and another room that's like this and that. And it's kind of funny because he's a singer and his favorite color is purple.
That's what I was thinking. Every room would be purple.
And, yeah, and he has like a big high ceiling sunroom kind of thing. And he has a big cage full of doves. Like he loved birds. He loved hearing doves. So that's like Mellow because she loves birds,
So Melody's aviary, it's gonna be above your head, like it's just gonna be your entire roof.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge, like a whole zoo.
How is the with like all the space you guys now have? How was the transition from like California to Georgia? Like,
honestly, I don't know how we fit all of our stuff.
I just looked back at videos in our old apartment, and wow, it was so messy in there because it was just
crowded with a lot of stuff,
like in the way of everything. Like we could hardly move.
Now you guys each get your own rooms.
Yeah, I know. It's really nice over here. We like it a lot. There's a few things we had to get used to. Like in California, everything was so close. Like if you wanted to go to Walmart, like you just go, it's like 2 minutes away. Now it's like you have to drive 15 minutes to the closest Walmart, and it's like
that still must be nice. For our small town, you have to drive 30 minutes for a Walmart and an hour for a mall.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's quiet. I'm sure you guys get that now too. That you're kind of like back by yourself. It's really quiet.
This is the interesting thing though, because driving, like even driving from here long distances, it takes like 30 minutes or whatever. Mm-hmm. But in California with the traffic, it also takes 30 minutes. So it's like
even though it's shorter distance.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't get anything different.
Now, have any of you guys? I mean, in California, I really wouldn't see the point of driving too much because you really can't get anywhere. Now, do the oldest three, do you guys have your license?
Yeah.
I don't know how to drive.
Mellow doesn't.
Have you started yet? Have they just like gotten you in a car? And
I haven't started yet.
What?
Like, have you guys been able to like just like start driving wherever you want now, or is it still a bit like?
A bit like what?
I mean, like, because in California, there wouldn't have been too much of a point to get your license and start driving because it's much easier to walk or somewhere. So in Georgia, you have more of the freedom and range to just take a ride down the road. And because you guys are kind of more, not countryside, but like you're back away from like a city. You guys are out a little further.
Well, the roads are definitely different in California, with like traffic and like different, but here it's like more open but really curvy and stuff. But me and Sam do drive a lot. We drive a lot. Like if we have to go to the store or like somewhere, we do drive more often.
I noticed there's a lot more freeways in California, especially when we go on top of freeways.
Yeah,
there's a lot of those.
Yeah, but like when you grow up driving in California, with like it's a lot of traffic and you're always driving slow and stuff. But when we're living here, it's like nobody. So like,
you can hit 90 going
like
down.
Roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the second time saying goodbye to you guys. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to talk about since we haven't seen each other for so long. But we'll definitely have to keep in touch and see you guys as soon as we can. I know you guys are going to be getting real busy here, starting next month or the month after with your little mini tour, and which I'm sure you guys are just ecstatic about to be able to get out of the house and start playing. So
yes.
But thank you guys for being on, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to me today.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.